Hello and welcome. If you found your way here, chances are your health matters to you. Maybe you're here for yourself, or for someone you love. Either way, that care, that curiosity, it's something to be proud of. You've lived, learned, and seen a lot. And with time, our bodies shift. What worked for us in our 30s or 40s may feel different now. But these changes aren't something to fear. They're simply an invitation to listen more closely to what our body is telling us. Today, we're going to talk about something small but powerful. Nuts. Crunchy, flavorful, satisfying, many of us love them. They're often seen as a healthy snack, full of good fats, plant protein, and valuable nutrients. And yes, nuts can support your heart, your brain, your energy levels, even your immune system. They can be part of a nourishing, balanced diet, especially as we age. But here's the gentle truth: not all nuts are created equal, and not all of them work the same way for us, especially after 60. Some may be harder to digest. Others, depending on how they're processed, roasted, salted, or sweetened, might carry extra ingredients that don't serve us well. That doesn't mean nuts are bad. Far from it. It simply means we need to choose and enjoy them more mindfully. Let's take a closer look. Chestnut walnuts are fantastic for brain health, thanks to their plant-based omega-3 fats. Chestnut almonds support bone health and healthy skin. Chestnut Brazil nuts offer selenium, a powerful antioxidant, but just 1 or 2 per day is enough. More than that may overwhelm the body. Now, what about cashews or peanuts? Well, cashews are delicious, but they can be high in natural compounds that irritate sensitive joints or kidneys if eaten in large amounts. Peanuts, which are technically legumes, not true nuts, can sometimes carry mold residues, especially when stored in warm, humid environments. It's not about eliminating these foods, but being aware of how your unique body responds to them, and what signs it gives you. And let's not forget portion size. Even the healthiest nuts are calorie-dense, and too many at once can slow digestion or lead to gradual weight gain. A good rule of thumb is a small handful a day, around 20 to 30 grams. Here's a simple tip many overlook: soaking nuts before eating them, just in water for a few hours, can make them easier to digest and help your body absorb their nutrients more effectively. It's a tiny change with a big impact. Now, you might be thinking, isn't this all too complicated? Wouldn't it be easier to just skip nuts altogether? Not at all. This isn't about restriction, it's about awareness. It's about caring for your body the same way you'd care for someone you love, gently, thoughtfully, and with patience. Because healthy aging isn't about cutting things out. It's about making wise, loving choices, choices that help you feel lighter, clearer, more energetic, and more alive. Before we dive in, let me ask you something simple. Are you watching this because you care about living well, not just longer, but stronger and smarter? If that's you, go ahead and drop a quick comment below that says, "Living Wiser." It's a small way to let me know this message is reaching the right people, those who are ready to take control of their health and enjoy the years ahead with clarity and confidence. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to Senior Longevity Tips. Here, we share practical, science-backed guidance every week, from nutrition and mobility to mental sharpness and daily habits that actually work. So if you're looking for small changes that lead to big health wins, you're in the right place. Alright, ready to talk about nuts? Let's break down which ones support healthy aging, and which habits could be holding you back. Peanuts are one of the most popular and familiar nuts in the American diet. Whether it's a handful of salted peanuts at a baseball game or a spoonful of creamy peanut butter on toast, these little legumes, yes, they're technically legumes, not true nuts, are a staple in many homes. They're affordable, tasty, and packed with protein, which makes them especially appealing for those of us looking to stay energized and nourished. But while peanuts are a favorite for many, they do come with a few important cautions, especially for older adults. You may think allergies only affect children, but peanut allergies can develop later in life, too. Some people in their 60s and beyond suddenly experience itching, swelling, or even trouble breathing after eating peanuts. This can be alarming, especially if peanuts have been part of your diet for years. It's important to listen to your body, and if something doesn't feel right after eating peanuts, talk to your doctor. Don't ignore the signs. Peanuts can sometimes carry aflatoxins, toxic substances produced by certain molds that grow on crops stored in warm, humid environments. In small amounts, aflatoxins usually aren't harmful, but consistent exposure over time has been linked to liver stress and other health issues. The good news: most U.S. peanut producers follow strict quality controls. Still, it's wise to buy peanuts from trusted brands and avoid bulk bins or cheap imports when possible. Many peanut-based snacks, like honey-roasted peanuts or flavored peanut butters, contain added sugar, salt, and even hydrogenated oils. These ingredients can affect blood pressure, heart health, and blood sugar control, all areas that deserve special care in our 60s and beyond. If you enjoy peanut butter, choose a natural variety with no added sugar or hydrogenated fats. Your heart will thank you. None of this means you need to give up peanuts entirely. If you don't have an allergy and you buy quality, lightly salted, or unsalted, peanuts in moderation, they can still be a healthy part of your day. Add a small serving to oatmeal, yogurt, or a smoothie for a protein boost. Just keep an eye on portions and listen to how your body responds. As we age, it's not about eliminating foods we love, it's about making smarter, kinder choices. Choices that help us feel better, live longer, and enjoy life with clarity and confidence. We all enjoy a snack that's full of flavor, a handful of smoky almonds, honey-roasted cashews, or crunchy mixed nuts with a little salt and spice. These types of nuts can be incredibly tempting and satisfying. They're easy to grab during a movie, pack for a road trip, or put out in a bowl when family visits. And let's be honest, they taste great. But when it comes to flavored, salted, or heavily roasted nuts, there are a few reasons why it might be wise to pause and take a closer look, especially if you're mindful of your heart, blood pressure, or overall health. Salted nuts often contain far more sodium than we realize. A single serving can include 100 to 200 milligrams of sodium, and that adds up quickly, especially if you snack without measuring. Too much salt can raise blood pressure, cause fluid retention, and place extra strain on the heart and kidneys. If you've been advised to limit sodium, this is something to keep an eye on. Look for nuts labeled lightly salted or unsalted. You'd be surprised how quickly your taste buds adapt, and your body will feel better, too. Sweet and flavored nuts, like maple glazed walnuts or cinnamon pecans, might seem like a healthier treat than cookies or candy, but they often contain just as much sugar. Added sugars contribute to inflammation, weight gain, and blood sugar spikes, all things we want to avoid as we age. Plus, some flavored nuts contain artificial ingredients or preservatives that can upset sensitive stomachs. If you're craving something sweet, try adding a few plain nuts to a bowl of berries or a piece of dark chocolate. It's a delicious and balanced way to satisfy your sweet tooth. Many commercially roasted nuts are cooked at high temperatures in oils that aren't the best for your body, like refined vegetable or soybean oil. This process can damage some of the healthy fats in nuts and even produce compounds that promote inflammation. While roasted nuts aren't bad, lightly dry roasted or raw nuts tend to retain more of their natural goodness. If you enjoy roasted nuts, choose dry roasted without oil, or roast your own at home in the oven with just a touch of olive oil and your favorite herbs. Enjoying food should bring comfort, not concern. You don't need to give up nuts that you love, just try to make small changes that support your health. Choosing simpler, less processed versions of your favorite nuts helps your body get more of the good stuff, like healthy fats, protein, and antioxidants, without the extra sodium or sugar that can get in the way of how you feel. Because every snack can be an act of self-care. And even the smallest adjustments can lead to bigger changes in how we age, with energy, strength, and joy. There's something comforting about a sweet treat, especially one that includes something as wholesome as a nut. Chocolate-covered almonds, honey-glazed pecans, or caramelized walnuts feel like a little luxury. Maybe they remind you of holidays, family gatherings, or favorite desserts from years past. And while these sweet versions of nuts might seem like a better choice than cookies or candy, they often come with hidden sugars and ingredients that cancel out the natural health benefits of the nuts themselves. Let's take a closer look at why these healthy-looking treats aren't always what they seem, and what you can do instead to enjoy something sweet without giving up your health goals. Even a small serving of glazed or candied nuts can contain a surprising amount of sugar, often as much as a candy bar. The sugar content adds up fast, especially when combined with other daily sources like coffee creamers, sauces, or desserts. For older adults managing blood sugar, weight, or inflammation, this can quietly work against progress. Look at the nutrition label. If sugar is one of the first 3 ingredients, it's more of a dessert than a snack. Sweetened nuts often contain more than just sugar. They may include corn syrup, artificial flavors, food dyes, or preservatives. These additives can irritate sensitive stomachs, trigger inflammation, or cause that familiar crash feeling after a sugar spike. For anyone dealing with fatigue, joint pain, or digestive issues, these treats can be more harmful than helpful. If you love the idea of sweet nuts, try making your own at home using cinnamon, a touch of honey, and oven roasting. This way, you control the ingredients and can keep it gentle on your body. Sometimes, what starts as an occasional treat becomes a daily habit, a handful of chocolate-covered nuts while watching TV, or a scoop of honey-coated almonds after dinner. It's easy to overlook how often these snacks show up in our routines. But the sugar, calories, and additives can sneak into your diet in ways that affect your energy, sleep, and even mood. Keep the sweet nuts for special occasions. Enjoy them mindfully, not mindlessly. You'll enjoy them more, and your body will thank you. There's absolutely nothing wrong with enjoying something sweet now and then. Life should be joyful and flavorful. But in this chapter of life, your body needs your kindness and attention more than ever. Choosing real, whole, minimally processed foods, even in small ways, helps you stay clear-headed, active, and in control. And remember, sweetness doesn't just come from sugar. It comes from how you treat yourself, the care you give your body, and the little moments of balance you create every day. Macadamia nuts and Brazil nuts are rich, buttery, and often feel like a treat from a luxury snack tray. Their creamy texture and subtle flavor can make them irresistible, especially when paired with coffee, desserts, or holiday spreads. But as enjoyable as they are, these nuts are also among the most calorie-dense and nutrient-heavy, which means they should be approached with a bit of balance and mindfulness. Let's take a gentle, thoughtful look at why these delicious nuts deserve a spot in your pantry, but maybe not in large handfuls every day. Both macadamia and Brazil nuts are high in fat, the healthy kind, yes, but still very energy-dense. Just a small handful can contain over 200 calories. And because they're so smooth and mild in taste, it's easy to eat more than intended without realizing it. For older adults managing weight or watching cholesterol, this can quietly offset other health efforts. Count out your portion. 3 to 5 Brazil nuts or 7 to 10 macadamias are usually enough to enjoy the benefits without overdoing it. Brazil nuts are famously high in selenium, a mineral essential for thyroid function, immunity, and antioxidant support. In fact, just 1 or 2 Brazil nuts a day can provide your full daily requirement. But here's the key: too much selenium can actually be harmful over time, potentially causing hair thinning, fatigue, or digestive issues if consumed in excess regularly. If you like Brazil nuts, enjoy them in small amounts just a few times a week, and consider them more like a supplement than a snack. Macadamias are rich in monounsaturated fats, the same kind found in olive oil and avocados. They're gentle on the stomach and may support heart health and brain function. But they're also expensive and easy to overindulge in. Eating them mindfully, perhaps mixed with other nuts or used as a topping for salads, can give you the flavor and benefits without going overboard. Keep macadamias in the fridge or freezer. Not only does this help preserve their oils, but it makes you pause before grabbing more, encouraging mindful snacking. In this stage of life, it's not about denying yourself pleasure, it's about knowing your body and honoring what it needs. Macadamia and Brazil nuts offer rich nutrition, but their power lies in their potency. A little goes a long way. So instead of skipping them entirely, include them in small, intentional ways. Savor them slowly. Appreciate their richness. And trust that even small adjustments in your choices can lead to better energy, smoother digestion, and a clearer mind. Cashews are often a favorite. Their smooth, buttery taste and soft texture make them feel more like a treat than a typical nut. You'll find them in trail mixes, stir-fries, nut butters, and even vegan recipes as a creamy base. They're versatile, satisfying, and packed with nutrients like magnesium, iron, and healthy fats. But for all their benefits, cashews come with a few important things to keep in mind, especially for older adults who are focused on balance, digestion, and heart health. Cashews are relatively high in oxalates, natural compounds found in some plant-based foods. For most people, this isn't a big deal. But for those with a history of kidney stones or reduced kidney function, high oxalate intake can potentially contribute to stone formation or added stress on the kidneys. If you've ever had kidney stones, enjoy cashews occasionally, and balance them with plenty of water and low-oxalate foods like apples, lettuce, or cucumbers. Salted or flavored cashews can be loaded with sodium, oils, and sweeteners that aren't always kind to aging bodies. Added salt can raise blood pressure, and low-quality oils can increase inflammation. Since cashews are often marketed as indulgent snacks, they tend to be more processed than other nuts. Look for plain, dry roasted, or raw cashews. If you want more flavor, try roasting them yourself with herbs like rosemary or a pinch of turmeric for an anti-inflammatory boost. Cashews are slightly lower in fiber than almonds or walnuts, and their creamy texture makes them easy to eat in larger amounts. But for some older adults, too many cashews at once can lead to bloating or heaviness. That's especially true if you have a sensitive digestive system or slow metabolism. Stick to a small handful, about 10 to 15 cashews, and chew them well. Enjoy them with fruit, yogurt, or oatmeal for better digestion and sustained energy. Cashews aren't bad, they're simply one more food to approach with care, like most things in life. When enjoyed in moderation and with attention to your body's needs, they can absolutely be part of a nourishing and joyful diet. Aging well doesn't mean giving up everything you enjoy. It means learning to listen to your body more closely than ever, and showing it the respect it has earned over all these years. Because food isn't just fuel. It's connection, memory, comfort, and care. And cashews, like every nut, can play a role in that, when chosen wisely. Walnuts have earned a strong reputation as one of the healthiest nuts you can eat, and for good reason. Their unique shape even resembles the human brain, and they've often been called brain food for their rich content of omega-3 fatty acids. These healthy fats may help support memory, mood, and cognitive function, something many of us want to nurture as we age. But while walnuts offer many benefits, they also have a few quirks that are worth knowing about, especially if you're looking to include them regularly in your routine. Walnuts are one of the few nuts high in alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, a plant-based omega-3 fat that supports heart and brain health. However, their oils are delicate and can go rancid quickly if not stored properly. Rancid walnuts may taste bitter and lose their nutritional value, and even upset your stomach. Store walnuts in the refrigerator or freezer in an airtight container. Always smell or taste a small piece before using them. Fresh walnuts should have a mild, nutty flavor, never sour or sharp. Let's be honest, some people just don't like walnuts. Their slightly bitter edge can be unpleasant, especially for those with sensitive taste buds or dry mouths, which can be more common with age. That bitterness often comes from the papery skin on the nut. If the flavor bothers you, try soaking walnuts in water for a few hours or lightly toasting them. It softens the taste and makes them easier to chew and digest. As we get older, dental health becomes more important, and sometimes more sensitive. Walnuts, especially raw or large ones, can be quite hard and tough to chew, potentially causing discomfort or even damaging dental work. Chop walnuts into small pieces or mix them into soft foods like oatmeal, smoothies, or baked goods. You still get all the goodness, with less effort on your teeth. Walnuts are like wise old friends, a little rough around the edges, but full of goodness on the inside. When fresh and prepared well, they offer incredible support for your mind and heart. But like every friendship, they work best with a little care and understanding. So go ahead, sprinkle some walnuts on your salad, stir them into a bowl of warm cereal, or enjoy a few with a piece of fruit. Just take it slow, savor the texture, and know you're doing something kind for your brain and your body. Pistachios are one of the most cheerful nuts around. Their bright green color, slightly sweet flavor, and satisfying crack when you open them make them a fun and tasty snack. They're also packed with nutrients that support heart health, eye health, and even blood sugar balance. But while pistachios can be a fantastic choice for older adults, there are a few things to keep in mind to make the most of their benefits, and avoid some common pitfalls. Pistachios are full of antioxidants, especially lutein and zeaxanthin, nutrients that are especially important for protecting your eyes from age-related vision issues like macular degeneration. They're also rich in fiber and good fats, which can help manage cholesterol and support heart health. A small handful, about 1 ounce or 49 pistachios, makes a great daily snack, especially when eaten as part of a balanced diet rich in fruits and vegetables. One of the most common ways pistachios are sold in the US is salted, sometimes heavily. And while the flavor is tempting, too much sodium can raise blood pressure and place stress on the heart and kidneys, especially in later years when our bodies are more sensitive to salt. Choose unsalted or lightly salted pistachios when possible. If you're used to the salted kind, try mixing them 50-50 with the unsalted ones to ease the transition. Your taste buds will adjust in just a few weeks. One of the benefits of pistachios: the shell. Having to crack each nut slows down how quickly you eat, which naturally helps you eat fewer without feeling deprived. It's a subtle but powerful way to enjoy your snack more mindfully. Keep the empty shells in a small dish while you eat. Seeing how many you've eaten can help prevent mindless snacking and help you feel satisfied with less. Pistachios aren't just good for your body, they can lift your spirit too. There's something playful and pleasant about opening them, savoring the flavor, and knowing you're choosing a snack that supports your long-term health. And that's what wellness is about, not diets or restrictions, but small, joyful habits that make you feel stronger, clearer, and more at peace with your body. Pecans have a lovely, buttery flavor that many people cherish. They're often associated with comforting holiday dishes, desserts, and southern cuisine, and they do bring a special touch of richness and satisfaction to meals and snacks. But while pecans are delicious and nutritious, there are a few important points for older adults to consider when including them regularly in their diet. Pecans are packed with heart-healthy monounsaturated fats and antioxidants that help protect cells and reduce inflammation. However, they are also calorie-dense, which means eating large amounts without balancing your overall diet might contribute to unwanted weight gain. Enjoy pecans in small portions, a handful or about 19 halves, to savor their taste and benefits without overdoing it on calories. Like other tree nuts, pecans can cause allergic reactions in some individuals. If you've never eaten pecans before or are trying them after many years, start with a small amount to see how your body reacts. Some people may also find pecans a bit heavy or hard to digest, especially if eaten in excess. If digestion is a concern, try pairing pecans with fiber-rich foods or soaking them overnight to soften and aid digestion. Pecans can sometimes be found rancid, especially if stored improperly. Rancid nuts lose their nutritional value and can taste bitter or unpleasant. Buy pecans from trusted sources, store them in airtight containers in the fridge or freezer, and use them within a few months for the freshest flavor. Pecans can be a wonderful addition to a mature, mindful diet, bringing richness, pleasure, and health benefits when enjoyed in balance. As with all foods, listening to your body's cues and making thoughtful choices helps you age with grace and vitality. Remember, food is not only nourishment but also a source of joy and comfort. Pecans, when eaten wisely, can be part of that beautiful experience. Brazil nuts are often praised as one of the most nutrient-dense nuts available. Just 1 or 2 Brazil nuts a day can provide an impressive amount of selenium, a powerful antioxidant that supports immune function, thyroid health, and may even protect against some age-related conditions. However, as with many things, moderation is key. Selenium is essential, but too much can lead to unwanted side effects. Selenium plays a crucial role in protecting your cells from damage, boosting your immune defenses, and supporting a healthy thyroid. Brazil nuts are the richest natural source, which makes them a potent nutritional ally. Limit your intake to 1 to 2 Brazil nuts per day. Eating more than this regularly can lead to selenium toxicity, with symptoms like nausea, hair loss, or fatigue. While not as common as with other nuts, some people may still have allergies or sensitivities to Brazil nuts. Always introduce new foods gradually and observe how your body responds. If you have a known nut allergy, consult your healthcare provider before adding Brazil nuts to your diet. Brazil nuts have a creamy texture and a rich, buttery flavor that many find enjoyable. They work well as a snack on their own, chopped into salads, or blended into smoothies. Store Brazil nuts in the fridge or freezer to keep them fresh longer and prevent rancidity. Including Brazil nuts thoughtfully in your diet can give your body a meaningful boost of essential nutrients. Remember, the goal is balance, enjoying the richness without excess. By listening to your body and making mindful choices, you can harness the power of these nuts to support your health journey with confidence and peace of mind. Hazelnuts are often celebrated for their rich, sweet flavor and smooth texture. They're a beloved ingredient in many desserts, chocolates, and baked goods, but they also carry impressive health benefits, especially for the heart and brain. However, as with any nut, it's important to approach hazelnuts with a bit of knowledge and care. Hazelnuts provide a great source of monounsaturated fats, vitamin E, and antioxidants. These nutrients help protect the delicate tissues in your brain and support healthy cholesterol levels, important factors in aging gracefully. Adding a small handful of hazelnuts to your daily diet can be a simple and delicious way to boost your nutrient intake. Hazelnuts can trigger allergic reactions in some people. If you haven't eaten them before, try a small amount first. Also, some people find nuts harder to digest as they age. If digestion is an issue, try soaking hazelnuts overnight or grinding them into nut butters or smoothies for easier consumption. Watch for added sugars in processed hazelnut products. Many processed foods, like hazelnut spreads or chocolates, contain added sugars and fats that reduce their health benefits. Opt for raw or dry roasted hazelnuts without added ingredients to get the most benefit. Hazelnuts can be a delightful part of your diet, bringing both pleasure and health benefits. By choosing wisely and paying attention to how your body responds, you can enjoy this sweet treat safely and confidently. Remember, the key is to savor and celebrate the small joys that nourish both your body and soul. As we've explored, nuts are wonderful sources of nutrition, flavor, and comfort. For those of us enjoying the richness of life beyond 60, they can support heart health, brain function, and overall vitality. But like many good things, nuts require mindful attention, especially as we age. Portion control is key. Nuts are nutrient-dense and calorie-rich. Enjoying them in small, measured amounts helps maintain a balanced diet without unintended weight gain. Be aware of allergies and sensitivities. New foods should always be introduced carefully, especially if you have a history of allergies. Choose quality and freshness. Proper storage and buying from trusted sources ensure you enjoy nuts at their best, full of flavor and nutrients. Balance enjoyment with caution. Some nuts like Brazil nuts need moderation due to high selenium content, others may cause digestive issues if eaten in excess. Practical tips for including nuts in your life. Start with small portions and observe how your body reacts. Incorporate nuts into meals and snacks in ways you enjoy, sprinkled on salads, blended into smoothies, or simply as a satisfying snack. Store nuts properly in cool, airtight containers to keep them fresh longer. Listen to your body and adjust your intake to what feels right for you. An invitation to savor and celebrate life. Eating nuts isn't just about nutrition, it's a moment of pleasure, a connection to your well-being, and a way to honor your body's needs as it changes over time. Remember, your journey is unique. Embrace each day with kindness, curiosity, and gratitude for the wisdom and experience that guide you. I really want to hear your opinion now. Do you already include nuts in your daily diet? And if so, which one is your favorite? Let me know below. I read every single comment because this isn't just a video, it's a growing community of people who care about their future, just like you. If this information has been useful to you, like it so that more people in need can see it. And make sure you're subscribed to Senior Longevity Tips, where we help you build healthy habits that stick, from your 60s and well beyond. This channel is designed for those who want to live life to the fullest, value their experience and believe that old age is not just numbers, but a new standard of living filled with health, joy, and meaning. We talk about nutrition for longevity, healthy habits, mental health, important relationships, financial security, recovery from life changes and the inspiration to live on looking ahead. We choose honesty, care and clarity because you deserve content that respects your life path and helps you take confident steps forward. You are in the right place, for yourself or for those you love. Thank you very much for your attention and for being with us. You have the power to nourish yourself thoughtfully, to celebrate small joys, and to live fully with each delicious bite. Thank you for being curious, committed, and hopeful. You're not alone on this path, and every small choice you make today is a step toward a stronger, more vibrant tomorrow. Stay strong, stay smart, and I'll see you in the next video.